Hi and welcome to Sadda Squad, and we will start with Rohan and Pritham. They joined us in the last game. Pritham, you predicted KKR will beat Punjab Kings. What was the turning point for you in that match?
Um, for me, it was no doubt the 19th over. I was watching the game very closely, and I had said I was discussing this with my father. He's a KKR fan, obviously. So in the last 5 overs, there was like 2 overs of Arshdeep left, 2 of the Nathan Ellis, and the over of Sam Curran I knew would be the turning point because yes, early on he has the number of Andrew Russell, but this season he hasn't been top in terms of death bowling, and I knew that over would be take or break for Punjab or KKR, and that proved to be. He hit him for 20 runs, if I'm not wrong, and
Yeah.
turned out to be the turning point.
And for you, Rohan, other than that, that over of Livingston, that was probably an issue, wasn't it?
Yeah, that kind of gave the momentum to KKR to launch their assault from there. I mean, the triple R where Rana, Russell, and Herinko, of course, at the end finish it off. But Paji, to be honest, I was very impressed with that 20th over by Arshdeep. He almost pulled it off, but Rinko again is the joker in the pack. They have, even though Russell got out, he took upon himself to win that game for KKR. Superstar again.
Superstar Rinku again, and we did mention Rinku in that podcast. But obviously, we got 3 games left. 2 games against Pritham's Delhi Capitals, who are not having the best of time. So Pritham, Punjab versus Delhi. How are you seeing that game?
It's the two teams right at the bottom. We have Sunrisers, who is breaking us, coming between us at number 9. But yes, two of the teams who have not been at their best. Delhi, not at all. But Punjab haven't got the lucks favoring them as well. Just like he mentioned, Rohan mentioned the Arshdeep Singh over earlier on as well. Few games that they have lost in the very close margins. The Gujarat Titans one where Rahul Tewatia played the same thing. So it has happened before as well. So I think this game, the first encounter is at Kotla or tomorrow is at
Kotla,
Kotla.
Kotla.
Kotla,
Yeah,
Kotla.
so I think it's gonna be. I don't fancy it's a home game, like home advantage, anything. Both teams have not been strong. Punjab has good spinners. They will again play Livingston. I hope that they gave chance to Sikandar Raza in place of Bhanuka because it's a spinning track again. 4 spinners in the Punjab squad will be very lethal. And I think toss will be crucial. Anything what that happens in the toss, teams batting first will have an advantage, in my opinion.
Yeah, and this is where slightly differ. I think Punjab's death bowling hasn't been that great, so I'd rather us chase and then see what happens from there.
I'm saying that just because
You're
of
saying that
Punjab. I'm
too.
sorry to
Yeah, you're saying that too. Sorry,
I'm
I'm just
saying that
saying.
because of Punjab here, because Delhi's batting has been horrendous in the middle order. That's why I'm saying Punjab can defend anything they get. Like in the last 5, they have 50. Delhi's batting has been horrendous, so you can defend that. If our management is smart enough in sending Bapu at the top, I don't see that coming.
Hmm.
See that.
And that's one of the things I want to talk to you about, Rohan. This middle order of Ripple Patel, Manish Pandey, and whoever they put in there doesn't seem to fire. So it's got to be Salt, it's got to be Marsh, or it's got to be Warner.
Warner.
So one of those three are the top. They're really top heavy. In the middle order to the low order, it's only Bapu that is turning up. Why do you think Delhi are not promoting Bapu up their order?
Paji, anyway, is coming in early. I don't think that's been much of a difference, to be honest. They're losing early wickets and he's coming in early. So that kind of is negating his ability. But thing is, if you're a good enough batsman, you also need support at the other end. By the time he comes, half the side is gone. He's batting with the, I won't call Aman Khan or those guys much of a support, Ripal Patel, etc. So he needs to either carry on batting with that same momentum because he's been an informed guy, even for India, not just DC. I'm saying he's been batting well, bowling well. He's proven him. He's really evolved as a cricketer, to be honest. Akshar Patel. So I think that's where that management has not used his complete ability by giving him that at least a number 4 or number 5 slot. I think he's way too down. They can break him up because they will give a left and right option also. Maybe even ahead of a Manish Pandey. I mean, due respect, Manish I think is slightly past his prime, somewhere there Akshar can be slotted in and kind of lengthen the batting. At least if you can take someone like Akshar at the 18th 20th over, I think that's when the score will be pretty decent for them to defend also, because they got a good enough bowlers in Ishan Sharma at the top. Has really been impressive since his comeback. So if they can get Kuldeep is a very good spinner at the Kotla. If you can get his initial first over, generally I feel Kuldeep's first over is a momentum changing over. If he gets a first over to land his googlies and his rip a couple leg spinners through, he'll be having a very good spell. If his first over goes for a couple of boundaries or something, that's when that 4 overs 35-40 comes in. If he gets that first over right, Kuldeep's spell will be more threatening to Punjab batting lineup than Akshar Patel.
Yes, and yeah, Kuldeep is definitely a dangerous bowler. From Punjab's point, it's obviously the spin and the pace. We saw at Eden Gardens, Barar not only getting one over, a lot of fans have been quite upset that he wasn't bowled more. Do you see at Delhi, Pritam, Barar bowling more overs? And obviously we said Sikandar Raza coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. Raza coming in, you have Rahul Chahar, you have Harpreet Brar. The three of them has to take on the responsibilities, because Harpreet Brar is a left-arm off-spinner, if I cannot recall. Apart from David Warner and Riley Russo, and long down the order we have Akshar Patel, three lefties. I think so he can, if he has the experience, and Dhawan is a very good captain. I think that he will bowl his 4 overs, if not four, at least 3 overs. Same I was imagining right now, as he was saying about Kuldeep and Akshar Patel. I was imagining how many lefties does Punjab have, and I don't see anybody apart from Dhawan, and I don't think so Bhanuka will play. So it's Dhawan firstly, and then you have all the way down to Harpreet Brar. So
Karan.
And Sam Curran.
Oh,
Karan.
Sam Curran. I'm so sorry. Yeah, yes, okay. So those three batsmen, and I don't think so. Sam Curran will be that threatening versus spin at an Indian surface that is turning a lot. So I don't think so. That's going to be much of a danger. But yes, the responsibilities needs to be on the spinners. Punjab spinners at Mohali hasn't been that much of a threat. To be very honest, yes, I understand that's a very flat surface, high scoring game. Same for Eden Gardens, but you need to have a different plan. If not plan A is working, plan B needs to work. If you cannot pick wickets, then you need to have a strategy to stop the runs. But they're giving away 40-45 runs. That's not going to help the team. Absolutely.
Yeah, and this economy rate, and that's what I say. What I've really liked about Rahul Chahar is his economy has been one of the best spinners in there. And in the last game, we saw him take wickets as well. So I think Rahul Chahar is there. I think you have to bowl Sikandar Raza, and you also have to have Harpreet Brar. And then you've literally got 8 or 9 bowlers, and then you move to the pace. And the big question, what the fan base have been asking, Rowan, is should Punjab drop Sam Curran and put in Rabada? Because Ellis you can't drop, can you?
When you have paid him 18 crores, by it's not so easy to drop from the management point of view also. To be honest, I think that's a big question mark. But thing is, he has done well in patches. He has not delivered to the hype that was expected of him, being a man of the series of the T20 World Cup. That level he hasn't reached. Maybe fitness issue or what, I'm not exactly pointing it. But thing is, he's been a bit unlucky also, where some of the outside edges have gone for runs, etc. Like even a fantastic Yorker he was bowling to the Russell and Rinku the other day, but he just went offline because Rinku kind of smartly took some room and flicked him over fine leg. So where he's lacking is sometimes sticking to his plan. He's trying to experiment a little more where it's not required. Sometimes when it's going well, stick to your plans. I think overdoing a bit, maybe that Bale is a kind of a think tank coming in where you're trying to experiment 2 out of 3 balls. I don't think that's required in certain pitches, especially Kotla. We know the bounce is less. You need to attack the stumps, concentrate there. Even little less pace of a current will be more useful. You're seeing someone like a Mitch Marsh who is around that same pace, just bowling 2 or 3 overs, he's picking 2-3 wickets at the end. Same thing a current can do. He need not bowl 4 overs to be there. Just bowl at the stumps, take his pace off, have a couple of bouncers in which he has a pretty decent variation. He can succeed. Only thing is he use his mind a little bit more. Smart bowling. That's when Sam Curran can do well. Rabada I know, but thing is, Warner or a Phil Salt love the pace coming on. I'm especially looking at the Kotla wicket. That's where I think they'll be fancying someone like a Rabada to hit him more easily. So Curran can be a better bet compared to a Rabada at Kotla.
Yeah, so we'll wait to see what happens with that, because I think that's a big call from the management. Rabada hasn't played much. But again, the one thing with them is Rabada against Delhi Capitals, Shikhar Dhawan against Delhi Capitals. It is old boys reunion.
Absolutely, that's going to be a wonderful scene, especially the two names you have mentioned. They have been assets for Delhi Capitals, if you remember them. And I think that their presence when they were parts, as well as I really miss Shreyas Iyer, another player who has been very successful for Delhi Capitals. These three players, so it's going to be wonderful welcoming them back to the Delhi Capitals. Not team, but to the ground itself once again. But yes, I would continue from where Rohan was saying about Rabada's exclusion from the side, and I stick to that because in slow surfaces and there Nathan Hillis has a wonderful slower ball. Same goes for Sam Curran. He also takes pace off the ball, but players like Riley Russo, Phil Salt, Warner, they would love pace on ball. And
Yeah.
Rabada's off cutters doesn't affect much. That will decrease 10, the speed of 10 meter per hour, but that won't affect the batsman. They can wait, they can see his hand, and they can pick it and flick it over fine leg for six. So I stick to this bowling attack. The bowling attack is good enough to win you a game. It's just that they are not executing to their plans. They have to stick to the field and they have to stick to their plans. If they are not sticking to that, if they're trying something different, seeing just like Rohan absolutely mentioned that I can recall that Rinku Singh, he went outside the leg stump and made room and played it over third man as well as over fine leg. So if you're trying to change
Yeah.
your plan, if your plan is bowling a wide Yorker outside the off stump and you see the batsman moving and you're trying to follow the batsman, that's not going to happen. You need to stick to your plan. If you bowl outside the off stump, the batsman is never going to reach. You get a dot ball out there. So that's where Punjab is failing. As I said before, luck is not fancying them. And the second thing is they have a very, very good bowling lineup still. And the good thing is Dhawan is sticking to their bowlers, sticking to the same players every single game. It's minor changes here and there. It's just Shah Rukh Khan getting dropped one game or the other. When Dhawan was off, Sam Curran, this season has been off, but when he was the captain those 3-4 games, he was top notch. He was wonderful with the bat, wonderful with the ball, wonderful in captaincy. He was winning the tosses as well. So everything was good. But I think that I think that whatever happens right now, the best thing to end the season because the things are getting closer and closer. If Gujarat Titans win today, I think all the 9 teams want Gujarat Titans to win today. We can see a 14 points team getting qualified in the fourth spot. I think so. This can be a possibility this season.
Yeah, and I say from our point of perspective is we've got 2 games against Delhi Capitals. If we win those 2 games, we then go into that Rajasthan Royals game with it all to it's in our hands because they could lose to or an RCB, they could lose as well. So if we win the 2 games and then the last home game at Dharamshala versus Rajasthan Royals, so we'll still be there. So guys, thank you for the session. It's been brilliant talking to you guys again. And all the fan base, please stick with the team. We've got 2 games, 3 games. If we win all 3 games, I'm sure, inshallah, we will qualify. And if we can do that, that'd be brilliant. And definitely follow us at Sadda Squad on Instagram. And please subscribe on our YouTube channel. Let's grow our family base and then hopefully get to the playoffs. So Sadda Punjab, Jazba Hai Punjabi. Thank you.
Thank you so much.